Welcome back to Paper People. My name is Amy Williams, and if you consider yourself to be a paper person, then you're in the right place. If you also consider yourself to be a pajama person, then you are also in the right place. I'm in my pajamas tonight. I tried to distract you by putting a necklace on. I'm not sure that it worked, but this is yet another Paper People intro after dark. Things have been so crazy lately. They're just going to get crazier. In fact, for the next episode, Elaine may have to do the intro because I will be in London. I can't even talk about it right now. Which is good because I want to talk about my amazing guest for this episode. I have on Raquel of Rocky Paper Scissors Co. She is so much cooler in person. Actually, that's not true. She's like, I thought I was really nervous to sit down with her because her Instagram is so good and she's so cool, and the way she uses her books is so like inspiring, and the way she's not afraid to switch up a system is amazing. I could never do that ever. She just constantly keeps me on my toes with her ability to pivot and her goal setting. I mean, she comes from Wall Street, and that makes so much sense to me watching her create content because she's just so good at it, and she seems so disciplined but also really creative. Like, she's got the best of all the worlds. I feel like I'm gushing. I might be gushing. We have a really great conversation about, speaking of Wall Street, about how your work can influence your identity and what that looks like when you leave that job. We talk about how crazy it is that the hobby that is supposed to relieve you from stress and guilt and all of these negative emotions can induce those emotions when you fall behind on it. Like being bad at your hobby is, I think, one of those journaling truths that we tell ourselves it's actually a lie. We talk about our Louise Carmens, of course. Mine is actually in my bag over here. I will go through and do like a journaling ecosystem if that's something that you're interested in. But the one thing that stands out to me about this episode, and I think you're going to also love it, Raquel has a stamp that she uses in her journals that says, "We write to taste life twice." And when she told me about it, I about fell out of my chair because that is exactly it. I mean, it's when you get a quote like that and it's just so perfect, it just like fits so perfectly. That's exactly why I'm doing this, why I think you're doing this. I love that I can flip through a book and I can experience the event or the feeling or the memory again and again and again. But not only that, I'm able to experience creating that page and get the exact same enjoyment out of it as if I were thinking about how fun the event was or the feeling or whatever. The process is just as important as the final bit. And that's something that I don't know that I realized until she said that or she shared that quote with me. So I definitely am noodling on that. I'm thinking about that so much. And I'm curious how that lands with you. I'm curious if there's another reason why you write or create or paint or draw or document, whatever verb you feel like adding in there. Thank you so much, Raquel. You are a dream. She's in the process of setting up her own stationery shop, which I cannot wait for. I will be giving her many, many dollars. And of course, she does social media for Hobonichi, which means, of course, she is famous to many, many of us. Thank you, Raquel. I loved our time together, and I am really excited for part 2. And thank you, viewer, for sitting down and watching this and journaling along to it and sharing it with your friends and commenting on it or liking or sending me a DM or commenting on the post. I read them all. They bring me so much joy. I try to respond to as many as I can. Please don't stop doing it. It is amazing. All right. That's all for me. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Changed. I'm still getting used to it. I'm like really new to the neighborhood. So
Are you
yeah.
from New York?
I'm originally from California, actually, from
Right.
Orange County. And I moved to New York in 2014, like the beginning of 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been exciting.
What?
It's been a long time now.
Yeah. What did you move to New York for?
For work. For work.
Mm.
I worked in finance before, and I got a job to work on Wall Street. And I started literally the weekend. Like I moved in the weekend. I started on Monday.
No.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. And I moved during winter. It was like February. So it was like a weather shock as well. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh, there's so much snow and there's so much sleet. And I had to like buy clothes that weekend because I didn't have like the proper jacket. It's so true. Like moving from California to New York is so funny.
How old were you?
Oh gosh, 24, 23.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
had an emotional breakdown, I think.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Sorry, I was 24. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, now that I think back to when I was younger, I'm like, how did I do that? Like, I talk to my boyfriend all the time, my partner, about this. Like, how was I just so, like, back then, just like gung ho with
Oh, yeah.
everything? I was just like, yeah, let's do it, you know?
It's the ignorance of youth. Like, I wish I could have that audacity again, because now I
Right.
find that I'm so fearful about like a lot of change and a lot of new things.
No, it's true. Like, I feel like as you get older, things, because I feel like you get like, so comfortable with like your life as you're building it when you're getting older, that once you do get a bit older and you've experienced a lot of different things, because it changes your perspective on a lot of different things again. And yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm like, how did I do that? I was flying back and forth, like from California to New York to interview. Like, I was like, how was I doing that? I would come into the air, like I would get into LAX at like 3 a.m. and go to work at 8. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
how so okay, so now I'm really interested in this.
Oh yeah,
When
sure.
you left finance, did you have
Hmm.
to like unlearn how to work like that? Like it seems kind of
Oh,
toxic.
yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's toxic. I think it's just a different lifestyle.
Sure.
It's just, I would say, like, I guess the big thing for me was just being like working from home, because like we weren't really allowed to work from home unless it was like the year of COVID. But other than that, we went back into the office. And, having people all around you all the time and having a routine all the time and like going into work all the time is so different. And I was working a lot. Like I would work really long hours. And I think coming out of that and into like a more freelance type role or like content creator type of role, not only is it a switch in industries, but I feel like it's a switch in lifestyle. So I would say it did get kind of lonely in the beginning because I was just kind of by myself. I didn't have a routine. And honestly, having a routine is, I feel like, is what's helpful for people who make a transition in their life like that. Because, it's so easy to be like, I'm going to stay up late and then like sleep in until noon and then be like, well, I didn't get anything done. So that actually took me a while to learn,
Yeah,
surprisingly, because I just didn't know what to do. It was weird. Like it's definitely a big life change. I don't think a lot
for
of people
sure.
talk about as much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that when you do a big life change or like career change or whatever, or life transition, I guess you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
difficult.
when you're working for yourself or you're doing
Yes.
like content creation, which content creation is still super long hours and
Oh yeah.
like, organization and
Yeah.
creativity and all that stuff. Yeah, it yeah, I think it's so much harder than it seems, and not having that
No.
schedule
Yeah.
is where you get off the track. Like for me, I didn't know what I needed to do. And so then
Yeah. Yeah.
having to like invent my schedule and my work and everything, that was also really intimidating and I think took me a
Oh
really
yeah.
long time.
I'm still like, even today, like people ask me like, "Oh, how did you make this transition?" And it's honestly like just taking it day by day, and like
Yeah.
the doubt that, because obviously you're taking a non-traditional, I would call it a non-traditional path. Obviously, like right now, a lot of people, more people do this than previous years or previous decades ago. But I would say that like people still ask me like, "How did you do it?" I'm like, honestly, I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't think anyone knows, to be
Totally.
honest
It's
with
like,
you.
I'll let you know in 5 years. Like, I think you get too close to that situation when you're in transition
Yeah.
like that, where you really cannot, I say this all the time, but like, you can't see the forest through the trees. And that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like, a saying that
Yeah.
really resonates with me because it
Yeah.
happens so often.
It does.
Yeah.
And the self-doubt, I feel like, is a big portion of that, because you're just like, am I doing this right? Or like, is this the correct way? Or, it's no correct
Yeah.
way, but
Well, you have to be your like biggest fan and biggest critic.
yeah,
And I think
yeah,
that that gets really confusing and
yeah,
makes us like, I don't know, crazy. I don't-
yeah.
yeah.
That's so true what you just said. It's like
So
the
how
most
long
real thing.
yeah, how long have you been doing this? Like when did you step away from Wall Street?
Yes.
What are you doing now? Like I want to hear it all.
Okay. So 2013 March, I left Wall Street. And then within a year, I found a new job, but I'll talk about what I did within that year. And within that year, I didn't have a full-time job, I basically just basically concentrated on my own social media, which is Rock Paper Scissors Co. And I love that so much. And I started that around the time I started on Wall Street, but I never really had time to like build it the way I wanted to build it. And I'm still building it as you know. And so I took that time to kind of just travel with my friends. And then I kind of just took a step back of like what I wanted in my life because leaving Wall Street in general was already a very big decision. And it was a time consuming and mentally draining decision. Because it was basically it's weird, like we identify ourselves with our job, a lot of people do.
Totally.
And I don't think that's the correct way because you're your own person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it was such a big part of me and I didn't realize. So when I was making this transition, I knew I had to give myself some time to make, just to get comfortable with my new life, which was very hard. And so I concentrated a lot on my social media because I just in general love stationery, as you know. So that brought me happiness in terms of like transitioning my new life. And I think it just kind of grew organically, and that's when I'll get into like, then I ended up finding a job with the Hobonichi social media team around this literally like a year from that time I quit Wall Street. It was like, again, March
Oh, wow.
2024. Right. And they were looking for somebody in New York or LA to join the social media team. And I had never done this job professionally before as a social media manager. And I remember to this day, like them asking me, like, do you have a portfolio? And I'm literally like,
Like,
like
here's my Instagram
I'm
account.
like, this is so. What I did is I was actually going to a wedding that weekend, and before my interview, I literally was on the flight, like creating a portfolio. I like YouTubed everything. I spent like day and night for like the next 72 hours to make a portfolio, and I submitted it. And then when I got back to New York, I was like going on this interview, and yeah, I sent the portfolio. They loved it.
That's amazing.
I found out maybe like 2 weeks later that I got the job, and that's what I'm doing now. So, which is exciting because it's like everything that I love to do, as you know, and it's been fun. I get to travel with like the sales teams and the marketing teams. I do like a lot of US events. Obviously, I do social media for like the English Hobonichi account. So that's been exciting. And I traveled to Tokyo and like go to the office there. It's so exciting. Yeah, I mean it's a roller coaster like what has
Yeah.
happened the past 2 years.
It seems like it. And
Yes.
I am very, I have to say, like, this is a selfish question, being a person that loves Hobonichi, but also being a person that has, in some capacity been like professionally on Instagram for
Yes.
many, many years. Like,
Yes.
what do you do for them? Like, what does your typical, like,
Oh
what's,
yeah.
I don't want to be like, what's your
Yeah,
job
yeah.
description? But like,
Oh no, no,
I
no.
guess, tell me, like, what do you enjoy doing? Like, what are the ins and out of your day? Like,
Okay, yeah. So like what's really so this whole new like industry and job is completely new for me. So I also kind of went in there like, okay, like what am I gonna do? So I would say I think the one of the fun like most fun things that I get to do is probably like share a lot of my creative ideas with the social media team. And everyone is just so creative and like wonderful about you know sharing ideas, collaborating, and then also like me having not free reign on everything, but essentially like portraying my creative side, which I never had in my old job, onto others and
yeah.
sharing like my ideas. And that was something so exciting for me because I never got to do that. Then on the other side of that is when you work, and a lot of people who work in social media professionally too will know this. Like the hard part is that when you're in a creative role, like a lot of your creative ideas come from yourself, from your own mind. It's a representation of you, and a lot of times you have to be prepared for criticisms or like other ideas. And I think that's why it's important to stay open minded creatively all the time, because what I found difficult because I was learning this new job is when people start critiquing your work or offering suggestions, that gets kind of hard in the beginning because it's like, oh no, like, why don't people like my idea? But I understand now that, again, it has to be collaborative. It has to be like, everything has to kind of agree with everyone that this looks good. And that is a hard thing that I had to learn. And I think a lot of creative people will say that because they were like, "Oh yeah, criticisms, like I'm good with that now." Like I understand it's a
Yeah,
team thing.
I remember getting very defensive, like in the beginning, trying to pitch ideas to people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
might be older or not online as much. And it's like, no, like, you have to believe me. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
so
get it.
true.
It's so true. So I do a lot of like presentations for like my creative ideas for reels or just like products in general. There's just so much. I feel like my role has kind of evolved, not just in social media, because now I also help with the marketing thing for all the events, the marketing events that we do in the US. I don't go to international events like some of the people on the other team, but I do the US events. And that's exciting because as a lot, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Hobonichi actually sells more than just stationary stuff. So I help with a lot of other products that you don't necessarily see all the time,
Good.
such as like Hobonichi globes, such as like which you've seen is like marketed towards like, children. And then we have like clothing. There's even skincare. Like there's other things that you can be. I know
That's
it's like a
so
whole it's
cool.
like a whole realm of like another Hobonichi. It's Hobonichi's lifestyle,
Yeah,
So I've
yeah.
been helping with those, and then I do a lot of like research as well, like research for different types of just like genre within the stationery world.
Yeah.
It could range from anything, like for example, like if junk journaling is very big right now, as you all know, and I'll do research for the team because again, you have to keep in mind like between like international markets, like in Europe and the US versus in Asia, for example, like there's different types of trends. So, a lot of the team counts on me and be like, what are the newest things? What is your opinion on these things? Or like if there's anything political, like tariffs, for example, like I'll help with, doing research for that, which is exciting because I obviously have a finance background. And I also do like a lot of analytics for social media. So because I had like such an analytical background, I do some analytics. I do a lot of analytics for Hobonichi in terms of our social media page. So that and yeah, I get involved with like so many different things. I think it's exciting because, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, and it's one of those things too where it's like a job is never just like,
right.
I do social media for Hobonichi. Like, no, it's more than that. What trends are you seeing in other locations that haven't necessarily hit US yet?
Hmm. Ooh, that's a hard question
Yeah.
because I feel like it's interesting too, because um, when I talk to like people in Asia or like people in Europe about specific things, I think it's just like the styles of things.
Sure.
Like, for example, like junk journaling is so big right now in Europe, and I feel like a lot in the certain parts of the world. But I don't think junk journaling is as big in Asia. And I
Yeah.
think it's more journaling there, like actual writing. And also, I feel like I don't see a lot of I feel in social media, especially and like in the US and Europe, and not even Australia too, like there is a lot of spreads that look perfect.
Mm.
And I don't think that resonates too much with like, for example, Asian markets where I feel like it's a bit more real when I see different types of spreads. So there's like a big difference there.
Yeah, my impression is that they like and this
Yes,
is bad,
I
but
know
like
what you
they
mean.
use it, you know what I mean? They're
Yes.
not making it for consumption.
Agree. Yeah, I think so. Because I'm seeing a lot more like functionality
Yeah.
and the real way to, not the real way, but like
Sure.
the more like realistic way most people would use it that's not on social media. I guess is probably more the correct way to say it. So I think that's like the biggest difference. And of course, there's a lot of new stationery that comes out of Asian countries that is just completely new to me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, what's that? And sometimes I find it very hard to keep up, even if it's part of my job, like
Absolutely.
of all
I
the new things.
how would you even like
I don't
even
know.
the like jet pins reels that are being like these are the
Yes.
stationary winners. I'm like,
The stationary
I
one. Yeah, yeah.
I had
It's
no idea that even existed or like,
right.
I mean, it's so cool.
Yeah. So
Overwhelming though.
I think I know my answer was kind of vague to your
No, I
question,
no, it's perfect.
but that's kind of the overall gist of what I noticed. That's kind of the difference between the two, or just like what's trending over there,
Yeah, yeah. So now I want to get into like personally what you like to use, because
Oh,
you
sure.
are journal girly, you've dictionary space. So I'd love to hear like what books you're in this year, how you use them.
Yes.
I'm just ready to see because I love your style. I love what you do. And I
Oh,
actually
thank you
don't
so
know the
much.
answer to this question. Like, I don't know how many
Oh,
you
okay.
have.
Oh, okay. So I would say in the beginning of 2025, I started out with way more,
Uh-huh.
only because I was in a planner exploration journey for
Of course.
2025.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into our conversation about why we're talking about this. But I will first start with my journal, which I've had for the whole year, and I try to keep. Okay, so it's here. Before I get into like what's how big this is and how
Uh-huh.
heavy it is, and the people who have touched it like in person, they're like it's so heavy, and it really is. I There's a lot of stuff in here, but
It's so like evenly spaced though.
it is, and you'll notice, like, as I flip through, I do tape some so I don't know how you
Mhm.
do it, but I tape some pages only because some of it's personal and some of it's not, and a
Mhm.
lot of people ask me, like, "What are those tabs?" And there's times where I just write and I don't show it on social media, so a lot of people ask me, like, how the difference, but this is the journal that I'm currently in, and this is the Hobonichi Han A5. I don't think you see it. And
It's
I like to
pretty.
sticker. And
Yeah.
this is my Paper Republic cover. By the way, I'm getting into more leather covers. And
Yes, you are.
yes, I am, as we'll discuss. And so I've been in this since the beginning of the year. And I know one of your questions was like, what's my style? And I'm tired. It's weird because I feel like I have a personal style, but I don't stick to one genre, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's great.
And, I do like to sticker, as you know, and, I'll go to one of my favorite pages so you can kind of see my style. I can go from, like, a mix of by the way, I like to collect memorabilia,
Mhm.
ephemera, so I do like to decorate and be cute, but then
Yeah.
I also like to write.
Yeah.
So I would call it junk I don't even know, just journaling.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I
General
listen, that's such a hard question. I've almost stopped asking people that question because if I
It's
can't answer
fine.
it for myself, I probably shouldn't be
Yes.
asking other people.
No, I'm just like, you know what? I just collect stuff and I like to put
There you
them
go.
in because I'm a very nostalgic person. I love to look through things. I like
Yeah.
to keep things, and I also love stationery. So if I can decorate with all the collection that I do have, which by the way is just too much, and I'm gonna admit that it is too much. And a lot of people ask me like, "What's can we see your stationery collection?" And I'm almost legit embarrassed
I
because
get it.
it is large.
I get it.
And then I like to decorate and write with fountain pen. As you can see here.
What's your favorite fountain pen?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Pilot Pilot Vanishing Point, extra
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
For the most expensive, but I would say for the least expensive, Pilot Kakuno.
Mm, sure.
It's great.
Yeah.
And let me show you a few more things. And I like to experiment with different ink. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm all there. Okay. Like colors, whatever. I like to, oh my goodness, like just everything. I like to print photos.
So neat.
Oh, thank
You
you.
do great layering, but it's so neat
Oh,
and everything
thanks.
has a place. Like, how
Yeah.
long would it say this put took to put you to get, oh my God. How long would
Yeah.
that take for you to do?
I would say 30 minutes each page.
Nice.
I kind of just if I don't have time to write that day, because obviously writing takes some more time, I
Sure.
will just rip stuff and then stick things on, and then I kind of know so I've kind of made it a habit to, like, take photos of my day because I know I wanna stick it on, and then I literally would just submit it to my computer and print.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you
and,
printing? What kind of paper are you printing on?
it's HP, it's like a 32 I think 32-pound GSM, I don't remember, but I'll
So
send
is
it
it
to
just
you after.
regular paper?
Yeah,
Oh, and how are you gluing it in?
just a glue stick. Yeah.
Okay.
I do when I travel, or if I'm out, I do bring the Canon Mini Ivy,
Mhm.
but I do want to upgrade to the Canon QX20 or something.
I want it too.
But
If
I
you'll
heard it's
buy it,
heavy.
I'll buy it.
Oh my gosh, we're like influencing each other on our
Uh-huh.
little chat.
Really bad.
Yeah. So this is what I do, and I like to collect stickers from all about wherever. I just did yesterday, July,
Oh,
and I use a post-it so I remember like what I did that day. But
yeah.
that's July so far.
And are you in this every single day?
I am.
Yeah. What usually when in your day are you working on this?
The whole like throughout the day. If I'm really busy and out and about, I'll do it at night, but usually I'll bring it to a cafe.
Mhm.
The thing is, I feel like this is so time consuming. Like my obviously life is changing and things get busy. So I'm actually don't know if I'm going to stay in this next year, which is a big topic because it's July now
Yeah.
and we have to get prepared.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be in an A5 journal next year because it just takes up too much time. And I'm the type of person, I know this is like a thing, but like I don't like to skip pages and
I don't either.
it makes me sad when I skip pages.
Yeah, same, same. Can I ask a
So,
logistical question about
of
this book?
course.
So as
Yes.
I really only know the cousin and the Avec, and
Yes.
that's really about it. So what
Yes.
makes the Han a Han?
Yes. So the Han is basically like your cousin. The
Hmm.
only difference is some of them have hardcover and some of them have like different types. This is called a paper series. So it's a very thick, like almost like construction paper, but it's much thicker than that, like almost like thin cardboard.
Oh, I see.
So they're just different types of covers for the hone. And I have like a collection over there and on the shelf you
Sure,
can't
sure.
see. But yeah, they have hardcover and things like that rather than your usual like yellow cream Hobonichi
Hmm.
cousin cover. And that's pretty much it. Everything on the contents inside is the same.
Is the same. Okay.
Yeah.
And are you thinking when you say it takes so much time, are you thinking you'll go smaller?
I'm
Or are you
thinking I'm gonna
thinking
go much smaller actually. I'm
really?
yes, I'm thinking this makes me sad because I do love to collect things. But at the same time, I want to have a bit more freedom in using other things and like creating more content, you know? So
Totally.
I just think for my lifestyle, I think I'm going to go for a week's actually.
I love the weeks. It was
Yes,
too small for me to work for my work, but
right.
I love the way people use it. Like
Same. It's so,
so cool. How
I
do you
could be on
use
Pinterest.
the months and the weeks in this one right now?
So I don't actually use them. I used to. The problem is, this
Yeah.
is what I would love to have everything in one book.
Yeah.
The problem is that as you know, when it gets chunky,
Mhm.
it is so hard to
Hard to
plan in
write on.
this.
Yeah. I
So
know.
even for me, for journaling each page, it's so hard. I have to put a full on like book. As yours is very
Oh, I
chunky
know.
too, so
It's
I'm sure
actually
you know.
right behind me, right there, and
Oh
it's like
my
taking up almost a whole shelf. I mean, it's
I
huge.
see it. I
Yeah.
see it from here. Yes, that's exactly like it's people ask like how do you write in that? Honestly, I have to put books or books
Hmm.
on the bottom so that I can write it. And then over time it does it starts to, not annoying.
Yeah.
It's just harder to write.
It's just a thing.
So
Yeah,
it's just
especially
a
if you like to
thing.
take it to a cafe, like
Oh my
it's
gosh.
yeah, it's
I'm
tough.
like bringing and it's heavy. So
Yeah.
like multiple books I'm bringing with me and I'm
Yeah.
just like wow. So that is my main journal.
Beautiful.
And then to our one of our favorite topics that we like to discuss to each other. I moved into my Louise Carmen.
Beautiful. I'm
I'm
so
obsessed.
jealous of that
I'm
font.
jealous of yours.
Well, but you have this like beautiful, oh,
Oh, the charm.
yes. I'm
I
so
can't
jealous
believe
of
I
the
scored
charm.
these. I
I
just
know.
can't believe it.
I know.
But this is my planner. And during this year, I had so many planners because I was exploring and I feel like I found it in the Louise Carmen. And that is because, so inside I have the portfolio
Mhm. Beautiful.
and, oh, see, it's upside down. And the thing is that, so I have it kind of decorated.
Ugh, it's perfect.
I love it. And I'm obsessed with planning in it.
So I did not choose to get this book because
The to-do list one?
yep, because I'm so deep into my happy
Right,
planner, which I love.
right.
It's like
Yes.
surprising that this is where I have landed on,
I
but
love the happy planner.
it's just scratches all my itches. But yeah, so
Yes.
I would love to hear what you have in this one. I'd love to hear.
Oh,
I
yes.
spoiler alert, I know you have more, but I how are you using this page? Like, is there any
Yes.
decorations? Is it straight just writing?
I want to decorate it more, but right now I'm still like kind of you know, when you get a
Totally.
new thing, like a new stationery, especially planners or journals, like
Yes, you got to
you
figure it
kind of just
out.
want to like be in it for like a week or so or 2 weeks and just kind of play around with it and see what it's like. And if it works for you, because obviously, you know.
Mhm.
So right now I'm keeping it plain and just writing in it. I would love to decorate it more, which I will do. Right now, what I like about the to-do list, I don't have the agenda one. That one looks interesting too, but I
Yeah.
don't really work in time frame
Mhm.
time like so because I feel that I give myself too much pressure if I put a time frame for certain things.
Yes. Same.
Um, so I have the weekly one. And what's cool about the Louise Carmen has professional and then personal. So what
Mhm.
I do is this is all like rocky paper scissors co, and this is all home. So
Mhm.
which is nice. And then like what I did wish the Louise Carmen had, but I don't know if it's possible since like it's an A5 slim size, is the weekend is on one like column.
Oh,
I
I
wish there
see.
was more, but they don't have that. So right now I'm just kind of like splitting it in half for like Saturday and Sunday.
Well, the French
Um
refuse to work on the weekends, of course, and do anything on the weekends.
I wish I was like that so that I like, have more balance in my
Oh,
life.
tell me about it.
And so like yeah, so that's how I do like split it up.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I've been loving it. I've been using it. Here is this current week. There's our little podcast.
That's so
And yeah, so this is what it's been looking like.
wow.
And just playing around with it. So it's been like a month since I've played around with this. So now
Mhm.
I feel like I'm a bit more like I feel more comfortable. So I'm gonna start decorating it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I love it.
It's
And
beautiful.
I'm so obsessed with Louise Carmen. For real. I'm gonna have a commonplace book that I'm just starting.
Mhm.
Um, I love to read nonfiction. And I like to learn stuff. Like I'm a big like I love to learn all different kinds of things. So I want to start writing down certain things. Like I want to learn like more philosophy and like psychology. So I've been trying to write that down and keeping it simple as well. I have no key for this or anything. I just started because
Yeah.
again, I'm new to commonplacing, so that's
How did you
my
split
thing.
the page? It looks like it's sort of
Oh yeah, so like
there's a line down
I
the
kind of
middle.
drew a line and then I wrote what it is, like if it's a quote or if it's from a book or a quote from a book or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I put who it's by. And I'm keeping everything from what I'm trying to do with my commonplace is obviously it's like a lot of a complicated debate about what you should put in your commonplace.
Right.
But I'm actually just keeping stuff from like others, like their ideas and stuff in
Yeah.
here as a reference guide for myself.
That's how
Um,
I would like to use
yeah,
myself. Yeah, I like it a
yes.
lot.
Because I feel like if I put my stuff down on here, I would get confused. Like,
Mhm.
wait, but I have a journal or like I have a
Right.
planner.
Yeah, or like, where is that idea I had? Like, is it in
Yeah,
this book? Is it in that book? Yeah.
exactly. And some people can like their mind works that way, so it works. But for me, I just can't.
Yeah.
So I wish I was like that. And then here I have a traveler's notebook sticker release paper because again, I wanted to keep functional stickers. I have some from Megan Rhiannon in there because she has such cool like
Yeah.
functional stickers too. So I'm keeping that in there. And that's it for my road book.
I love it.
I'm obsessed.
Does
I
this leave the
really,
house?
yes,
Do you put it in the dust cover or you just
I
throw it in the
do.
bag? And
I
see, I'm
do.
unsure. So mine has not really left the house much yet. And I don't know if I want to put it like, if I want to keep
In
it
the
in
dark.
the cover or just throw it in my
Yes,
bag. Because I'm not scared of the patina,
that's
but I
fine.
also don't want it to be like beaten and banged up, you know?
Yeah, I totally get it. And like, we were talking about the cream, the leather cream. So I'm gonna eventually do that if it gets
Yes.
scratched up. But yeah.
Yes.
And then I
Yes.
have my Ernest.
Tell me. I
Actually,
love the artist.
I have a collection. I don't think I'm gonna show you the whole collection.
I'm
Over time,
obsessed.
as we've been talking, I've accumulated because as
No,
you know,
I've
they're
been
in New York
watching.
City.
I've been
Oh,
watching. I know you've been collecting.
this is our
Incredible. So
addiction.
it's
This is
bad.
my Ernest.
Okay, tell me more.
It's the pocket, or not the pocket size, just the earnest size, the smaller
Uh,
size. Again, talisman charm that I can't
Beautiful.
believe I scored. Burgundy
Mm.
cord that they gave to me for free with my order, which was very nice. Charms. Oh, are you getting into the charm game?
Yes and no. I want to come visit Haricot Vert. Is that where you're getting yours?
Yes, and Brooklyn Charm and
And
like
Brooklyn Charm.
all other places that are like
Yep.
amazing.
Yep.
Um,
I'm dying to come play.
oh my gosh, you need to come ASAP so you can like build because you're just gonna become another addiction
I know.
of,
That's like
I'm
almost why I'm
a
not letting myself because I know it's gonna get that first charm and it's gonna
oh,
open up a
it's so
floodgate.
it's so addicting.
Yeah,
But it's it's pure happiness. I'm obsessed.
of
So
course.
it's all good. It's all good. There's worse things in the world to be
So
addicted
true.
to. Red portfolio.
Mhm.
I decorated my ideas book. This is like all my brain, like when I feel inspired, I feel like I have so many ideas and I forget about them.
Same.
So I was like, I need a dedicated idea book.
Mhm.
So I have that here. I decorated, I forgot. the artist's name for the stickers, but they're so beautiful.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. And so that's my ideas booklet. Then I have a brain dump. I haven't titled it yet, but this is my brain dump notebook.
Hmm.
Everything I just want to dump. I take this with me everywhere, by the way, this Ernest. So it's my
Yeah.
everyday carry
Yeah.
journal notebooks. So I have that there. I don't even have that much written on there because I just literally started it. Yeah, nothing, barely anything.
I'm gonna be
Uh,
honest with you. I regret not getting an Ernest.
you do?
Hmm.
I've heard some people go there and they get a road book or honorary and they're like, I'm just gonna get an Ernest too. I'm like, you should.
Well, yep. I think if I had not, I think I definitely that thought crossed my mind, and then it came time to pay, and I was like, well, maybe not. But
It's so expensive, yeah.
there's a part of me that's like, I love the road book, and I think it's perfect. And once I figure out how I want to use it, which we can get into that later,
Yes.
it will be unstoppable. But there is a like pocket. I keep a like cheapo paperage brand pocket notebook in my purse, and it gets so much use, and I'm like thinking all the time this could have been in earnest.
You can still get the
I
Ernest.
know, I know, I know, I know.
We're
And I
infoing each other
will.
again. Yes,
I
I
will.
mean it's I have a wish list for like fall. Like I'm trying to split up purchases here at this point because I'm just like, oh, this, and it's
Uh-huh.
expensive. It like adds up.
Yeah, it sure
Yeah.
does.
Oh, it's so quick how it adds up. Add in that portfolio, and you're just like, you basically bought two.
And I'll tell you in person, they don't tell you the price of that portfolio. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's so expensive. I was like, wow. I think it's like almost the same, or if not
Oh,
more.
it's the for the road book it was 150 euro.
Right. So it was
Yeah.
like more. Yeah. So I was like, wow. So,
Anyway,
the second, yeah. So sticker release, that's it. And then that's just for collecting because I bring this with me on the
that's so
go.
nice. What pen is
And
in there?
then this is just the Uniball one,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not my favorite gel pen anymore. It
Ooh,
used
what's your
to
favorite?
be Zento. Have you tried it?
No.
It's this one. Oh my gosh, their new release. I am shocked. I was a big fan of the Uniball one for so long, and then they came out with this new one, Uniball Zento. Excellent.
Uh, is it this?
It has a circle.
Oh no. Okay. I was gonna say my friend sent me this. I don't even know what it is.
It's probably a
Okay.
Uniball.
And so you're
One
saying Zen?
Zento, Zento.
Okay.
It's
I will be ordering it
amazing.
immediately.
Yes,
I'm
it's
obsessed
amazing.
with like I used to be not a gel pen girly, and now
Oh,
I you can't give me anything else.
I feel like this would do so well in the Happy Planner, like for real. It's my new favorite. I just discovered it like over the weekend because I was shopping at Roseka,
Mm.
of course, because it's a danger zone living over here in Brooklyn. Um, it really is. And now I live like close to Loaf on Paper. It's just
God,
oh man.
I can't. I don't know how I wouldn't have money to eat, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like that's basically what's happening. It's
So
like
you've
I'd
got
rather
your
have stationery.
absolutely. You've got your Han, you've got your Louise Carmen, which is the Road Book
Yes,
and the Ernest. Is there anything
yes.
else?
The only other Louise Carmens I have are just the Road Book and one more Ernest.
And
Um,
what are the plans for those?
just interchanging at this
Yeah.
point because
Hmm.
I
As they're
recently bought a chestnut
mm.
Ernest, if you want to see it,
Oh, it's so pretty.
and I bought another Blue Lagoon for it because it's just stunning. I
Ugh.
know, I know. My
I
spending on
almost
Louis
got the
Carmen
Blue
is ridiculous.
Lagoon. I almost
It's
got the
so
Blue Lagoon, but
good.
there was something about the like shimmery I was worried I would get tired of. So in the end,
Right. The
I went with
shimmery is
just,
different.
yeah,
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 I get it. But I
yeah.
think I wanted the pink shimmer. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm into metallics right now. It's just a thing.
I get it. I get
A-
it.
and then I have a black road book.
Oh, it's gonna age so nicely.
You think so?
I do. I love to see these like worn in.
It's
It looks so chic.
it
So
looks so
so when
good.
these books run out, what will you put in them?
Ooh, I'm gonna stick to Louise Carmen
Louise
actually.
Carmen. Yeah.
Yeah, because I really like the cream colored paper.
Hmm.
I'm not really using fountain pen on my planner only because I reserve fountain pens for my journaling
Yeah.
because when I'm planning it on the go, I just find it easier to be holding my gel pen rather than bringing
Yeah.
my fountain pens.
I
Because
agree.
Some of
You
them are
know,
expensive and I'm afraid they're gonna break, you know?
oh, totally. I am not a cream paper lover. I like a white paper.
I
Um,
was the same for a while.
yeah, and it's like I can obviously get past it when it's just the only thing that I'm really looking at,
Yeah,
but I would always pretty much across the board prefer
white,
white
right.
paper, yeah. And I do like ruled. Where do you stand on that? What do you like as your page?
Mm, I like grid and dotted, I would
Mhm.
say. Only because when I write, I tend to veer off if I don't
Mhm.
have like a guide.
Yeah,
So I would love to write in blank. I'm just not the best at
I'm
it.
not either, yeah.
Um, and I feel like because as you saw from my pages, like I like to have everything very
Mhm.
symmetrical-ish.
Mhm.
So I like to have guides to keep it that way. It just helps with like the certain look that I like
Yeah.
for my journal. And but I like cream or white. Like if a journal was white, like I wouldn't mind it. Even though I prefer cream. And it took me a long time to prefer cream. I think I started preferring cream once I was really into using the Hobonichi weeks. And I
That
think that's
does
when
make
I
sense.
got because that paper is very cream, like
Yeah.
very cream.
Yeah, it's like almost yellow.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of when I was preferring it over time. But I
Mhm.
did prefer white for the longest time too.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. What would you consider the like cousin paper color to be? I was thinking about this the other day, like 'cause they
Whitish cream, it's more
yeah.
on the whiter side. It's actually not as dark. Yeah, there's a big difference between the colors between weeks and
Why is that?
I think it's because like also during the time of like when Tomoe River paper was being transitioned, for example, I think there was still some transition between the week's production
Mhm.
about when the new paper was going to come out versus the Hon. So I think over time it's just hopefully going to be all the same, but I'm not
Oh,
quite
I
sure
see.
actually. But that's what I understood it to be.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love
Yeah.
to like remember that like big companies are in fact just companies and sometimes like changes take a long time to roll out.
Yes, yes. And
I
the
can
testing and all those things.
totally. Do you think you'll ever get in a 5 year?
I would love to, but to be honest with you, you have a lot of notebooks, right?
Yeah, I sure do.
I love it so much, but at the same time, there has to be like a balance of like, I don't want to stress out about my stationery. That wasn't the point of this.
I will
So
tell you, my 5 year journal is the albatross around my neck. I love it, but it
yeah,
it weighs me down. I'm so behind in it at this point,
hmm
and I every night is a battle of like,
right?
am I gonna enjoy this TV time and not write in my 5 year, or am
Exactly.
I gonna take a second? It's so silly, and I just need to incorporate it in my routine more. But
Yes,
yeah, it is definitely like, this stuff takes time and I
it
think that's
does.
beautiful, but it can also feel not good when you used to have time to do
Yeah.
it and then all of a sudden you don't have time to do it.
Yeah. And life changes so frequently that it's just like, oh, what worked for me 6 months ago is not going to work for you now or yesterday, whatever.
Totally. That's really hard for me to give
Yes.
myself grace about. Really
No,
hard.
yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, especially you produce content around your stationery and your journals, that sometimes I feel guilty, like, oh, I didn't get a chance to finish, or I feel stressed if I need to catch up. So there's a big reanalyzation, if that's even a word,
Yeah.
of what I want to do next year because I do want to create more. The problem is sometimes when I get behind, I feel bad. And the point of my stationery is not for me to stress out about it.
A
Um,
thousand percent.
from all the other stuff we're stressing out about. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
So
I'm trying to
so
change.
you're thinking about 2026. You've mentioned
Yes,
possibly doing a weeks, like anything else in the lineup?
definitely Louise Carmen. I'm sticking with that for 2026. And then a work planner, which is probably just a week. So I have a work planner right here. I'll show you. It looks like this.
Oh, cute.
And I
Love that
just like,
cover.
yeah,
Is it stickers?
yeah, it is. It's Megan Rhiannon stickers, but
Oh,
this is the
cute.
cover of the little dogs.
Yeah, cute.
Um, I take like a bunch of, I'll show you. Just like it's just my planning, like nothing crazy like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It's very simple, nothing
It's
crazy.
so organized.
Um,
I'm like, it like visually is just like so perfect. And
no,
mine,
no, no.
I wish I had my weeks nearby. I could show you how it looked towards the end, and it was not that. I'll tell
Is
you
it
that.
chunky?
it was chunky and it's also just
I want a
like
chunky one.
written. I mean, I like my weeks was not for anything cute. And I remember I forget the company, they reached out and they're like, we'd love, to do a collaboration. If you do a YouTube video, we'll send
Yep.
you these like stickers. And they were like weeks, made for the weeks, and they were
Hmm.
like kits. And I was like, I don't know how to use this. It was so foreign to me to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stick something down
Stick, yeah.
and it was like it broke my brain a little bit, which is funny because now I'm in my happy planner, which is like
Show us your happy planner.
I'm obsessed with my happy planner. I just archived out the first 5
I
months.
love happy. I loved happy planner for so long. I have all the
Like
rings. Oh, I love vertical.
same,
Oh,
same.
obsessed.
It's
I love
just
vertical so much.
I love that it is so and like I did a no stickers one because I was like having just a tough week.
I
But
love how you decorate and like do borders. See, I want to do more doodling like that. It's just so
yeah,
cute.
it really just brings me a lot of joy. And I just
It's
like,
so
I
pretty.
don't know. I love that I can add like notes in.
Hmm,
Like, this
hmm,
is,
hmm.
oh, I like went and saw my family. So I like had to write a
Oh,
note about it. And like,
oh,
nothing, I don't love that nothing's over here, but also at the end of the day, like, it's fine. It also is so funny to me that like
that's the
across the
big size.
board, what's up?
That's the big size.
This is the classic, not
Oh
the
my God, it looks bigger on screen.
yeah, probably.
Okay,
My
okay.
first half of the week is always like so busy, and my last
Hmm,
half is
hmm.
just like, here's some stickers.
Work-life balance.
Exactly, yeah. I have given up by Thursday. But
That's
yeah,
like me.
I'm
I'm like, wait,
obsessed.
how many more
Like,
days?
I never thought I'd be the person that's just like, oh, like it's because it's just not my vibe. Like, I was so just like punk rock for so long that I was like, what do you
Yeah.
mean this has like a flower on it? I don't want that.
Hmm.
But this is your mid 30s,
That's
I think.
they have so many different designs now. Like they have like I just went to Michael's the other week and they had like moon and like moody ones.
Yes,
They're so cute.
I went to Go Wild and I sat at the Happy Planner table, which was like half the
Did
reason
you
why I
have a
wanted to
huge
go.
gift bag?
I came home with like 10 new planners, no lie. And this is one and they're all July starts, so I'm like, "Oh, should I just have all these different planners?" I've never been a like more than one planner person, but now I'm turning this
Oh.
into like my fitness planner so I can just like track my
Ooh.
weights and stuff because it's so hard for me to remember like what I do for a certain move. So, I don't know, I'm experimenting. This is like, it's July, like new
Wait,
half year, new us. I don't know.
yeah, I had a happy I was trying to find it, but I don't have it here. I had a happy planner like finance budget thing, but it didn't
Yep.
work out because I was just
Yeah.
like,
Well, honestly, I
uh,
have one too. I got it on super sale and I was
yeah,
like, let
yeah.
me try it. And it made me feel bad about myself. And
Same.
it's very much like s- save now, like
Yeah.
spend later. It practically should say like, girl, you don't have the money, put that back. And so
It's
I
like
was
my
just like,
coffee. Oh man.
yes, I just
Stickers.
couldn't do
Oh
it.
man.
Yep. I have just put that out of my line of sight and I said, we're good. We're good. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
was like, yeah, I'm good with this. Like after about a week,
literally. I'm like,
I know
I've
I've
seen
spent a
enough.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen enough
fine.
things. It's just like a mirror, like just like here you go. This
Yeah,
is
it's
you.
not
And
fun.
I'm just
I
like,
don't like
no
that.
thanks. Yeah, it doesn't make me feel good.
Life is hard. Like, let us
Yeah,
have our
yeah,
little thing.
exactly. Let me have the
What's the
coffee.
last stationary thing you bought, speaking of, that brought you
Oh
some
my,
joy?
oh man. Well, I did do some shopping because, as you know, Loaf on Paper opened. So let me see if I can find what I had bought that I'll show you. Well, okay, don't judge because
I would
I
never.
I like to buy canvas totes, and if there's a canvas tote that is stationary themed,
Oh,
it's like a yes, 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 let's get it.
100%.
It checks all my boxes. So the problem is it's gotten so my collection has gotten so big that I was like, I'm never gonna buy a stationery tote ever again.
Yeah.
But because I was gonna go journal there a lot and the
Of course.
cafe, I this made me really happy. I'll show
Oh,
you. It's the first one. This is the new like loaf on paper, and it's a cafe stationery store. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's
yes.
amazing. And I bought the tote, and it has a
Look at
bottom.
that. Look at that.
Yes, it's
You
so
couldn't
cute.
leave without that.
Right? It's so cute. And this is like one of the things that I got. And then another thing I want to show you really quick because I bought it when I was there is I do you like stamps?
I love stamps. I don't use them very much. I want to, but I feel intimidated
Oh, why?
because it's just like one more thing I gotta pull
That yeah,
out.
you got to do. I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's like another thing to add to the
Yeah.
um there were these ones that had really cute sayings on them. And this one, it was like, it's okay to be a little bit obsessed with stationery.
Oh my God, it's
And
perfect.
then I know you'll love this one. It
Read it.
says, it says, we write to taste life twice. I know
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
sweet.
That
I
is
just love the
beautiful.
messaging,
Yeah.
which I think is very resonates with a lot of people who journal or like even content create. It's like I'm
Yeah.
sure you feel like this, but when you like do your vlogs and stuff or like your videos, it's so nice when you're like not at that moment and you kind of reminisce on it and you see all the footage. It's so
Oh,
nice.
absolutely. I mean, my content creation and like vlogs
Yeah.
and YouTube and stuff,
Yeah.
primarily for me.
It's
I just
same.
want to go back
So
later
remember,
for
right?
the record.
Yes. You
Yeah,
live life twice. It's so
totally.
true.
So much of my 20s I have blocked out. I don't really
Yeah.
remember. It was like a tough
Hmm.
time. I
Hmm.
wish so badly that I had visual record of that because I just
Hmm.
don't. I just,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Same. I kind of was like, what happened to my 20s? Like I totally forgot. I don't know. And I wish I would have actually like spent the time to record. And by the way, vlogging and like capturing content, it does take a lot of time. Which I think a lot of people, if you didn't do content creation, how much time it actually takes, like it's a lot and it's a big part of your life. Um, but I think it's worth it in the end when you like produce something out of it. So I love it.
Yeah,
It's
I think
great.
everyone should be doing it in some capacity. I think
Yes.
they should also define their why a little bit. That's something that I get a lot, like
Mm,
especially with YouTube, people are like,
hmm.
"Oh, is YouTube hard? I want to make money." And I'm like, "Is
Yeah.
YouTube hard?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I
Takes
mean,
so
maybe
much
not
time.
hard, but it's just so time consuming."
It
So
is. Like
consuming.
editing. Editing is like my whole life basically.
Yes, I bet.
Like,
I bet.
oh, it's just like every single day is just all editing. And there are times where like if people didn't like editing or you hired, which by the way is very expensive to hire someone. Um, and yeah, it takes up a lot of time. It's a part of your life. It literally, like you producing what you love is going to be a big part of your life. If you,
Yeah.
especially if you do it constantly, like it's all the
Totally.
time.
And the me that films it versus the me that edits it, totally different
Mm,
people. So when I'm filming it, I'm like, oh, this is such a good idea. And then
yeah.
editing, I'm like, this is 9 hours of footage. What do you mean? That's so
What was I
stupid.
doing?
Right. I'm
Yeah.
like, you don't need to see me do this.
And
Like,
you're like,
fix.
cut. Yeah.
Yes. I'm brutal on the editing
Yeah.
floor.
Oh, yeah. You're
Um,
like,
bef-
done.
Before I let you go, which I don't want you to, I don't
Oh,
want to let you go. I do want to know in your bag, when you go down to life on paper and you do
yes.
journal and things like that, what do you bring with
Yes.
you?
So I bring this pencil case that I just got from
Ooh.
Kokuyo, and I love as I'm bringing more stationery along with me these days, I find certain things that work for me.
Uh-huh.
And what works for me is a pen case that stands flat or like stands up.
Yes.
And something I have had too many gel pens run on me in my purse, which is so
Oh,
sad.
yeah.
So a plastic one is perfect for me because that's just what I like. I bring my glue, as you know, I like to stick stuff on. Oh, by the way, this MD paper correction tape, this is the best Louise Carmen paper. It's
Oh,
almost like
that's good.
invisible.
Okay.
Washi samples that
Mm,
I like to bring, Post-its because I always
of
write what
course.
I'm doing. Fountain pen,
Of course. Is that the vanishing point?
eraser. This one's not. This one's the Pilot Cocoon I was telling
Oh,
you
okay.
about. This one.
Yeah, okay. It's hidden
It's
in that
just like
little
a
case.
yeah. It's
So
like
cute.
yeah. This is a rickshaw like pen sleeve.
Oh, I see. I see.
And then like whiteout, more correction tape, scissors, like mini ones.
Hmm.
This is what I bring in my case. And then I bring my journal, of course, the big one, and I bring my little Ernest that I showed
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And that's it. And of course, my filming equipment because I always liked my next YouTube video is going to be cafe journaling at Lowe's.
Oh
So
my God, I can't wait.
I'm
Oh my
excited
God.
about it. So that's what I bring. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That I don't really bring too crazy much. Usually I'll just bring this and maybe there's a pen in here. So if
Hmm.
I'm just like going somewhere not to necessarily journal, I'll just bring it.
Yeah. And are you doing this alone? Are friends doing it with you? What does that look like?
Um, Mostly alone.
Hmm.
I do go with friends, like if I go to an event or if my friends visit, but mostly alone. I'm a big, I don't know if you like to do this, but I'm a big like going to the cafe and just like journaling. People do stare.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And some people are like, wow, that's so cool that there's been people who like come up to me, my friends, or like me and be like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Like, what is that? Then
Yeah.
there's just people who kind of stare at you.
Yeah.
And when I film content for Hobonichi, sometimes I'll go out in public and I get stared at there.
Yeah.
So,
How do you get
so
past
this is,
that? Are you just like, whatever?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Yeah.
at this point, like what do I care? Like
I know.
this is what I like to do, you know?
I think about this a lot. Like, I live
Hmm.
next to a really like popular place for people to come like
Ooh.
shoot music videos and like have photo shoots and
Ah.
things like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I every time I see them, I'm like, it doesn't phase me at all. Like when the girls have their camera out or the tripod or
Yeah.
whatever, I'm like, good for them. But then when it's time for me to do it, I get just like a little embarrassed. And that's my challenge, I think, for the rest of the year is just to like
Yeah.
get over it. Like nobody
Get over it.
cares. And if they do care, like
Whatever. Yeah, it
they'll
doesn't matter.
forget by,
Yeah. Two
a
seconds. They'll forget in 2 seconds.
exactly, exactly. So,
And I
yeah,
think don't let it hinder yourself because I feel like
totally.
it's the
Yeah.
best. Like it
May
makes you
we
happy,
all
do it.
totally. May we all like, vlog more in public. Well, to close us out, I
Yes.
would love to ask, like, what's something that you've learned about yourself through journaling?
Hmm. That how much I enjoy my life. Um, I feel that when I wasn't journaling, life just, yeah, they're fun, but I think when you journal, you appreciate more of like every part of your life rather than just like big moments in your life. Even from just living my normal routine or like, I don't know, like people watching outside at the park. Those things happen so quickly and we're so quick to like breeze through those memories. But I feel like with journaling, it's made me appreciate my life more and how grateful I am to have my life. So I think, and also just like enjoying a hobby. I think hobbies are so important. I feel that when you have a hobby that brings you a lot of joy, it makes your life so much better. Like my hobby has, as you know, like has completely changed my life. And that's such a cliche thing to say, but it's so true. Like without my hobby, I wouldn't know what I would do after I quit my job or
Yeah,
I don't know. Like without this, my hobby has brought so much change to my life, and just happiness to my and people. Like I wouldn't have met you. I
so
have
true.
made so many friends from this community, and without that, I wouldn't have that. And it just brings so much more like brightness into my life. So, yeah, that's I think the most important thing I've learned so far.
Absolutely. I could not have said
Yeah.
it better myself. Thank you so much for being on the
Thank you.
show. This was like I told you before we started recording, like
Yes.
you were on the like big dream bucket
Mm.
list. Like, who
This is
do I
my
want to
first
have
one.
on? And yeah, it's crazy to hear this is your first podcast. So I think
Yay! I'm so
it should
happy.
be happening more. But yeah, thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you so much for having me. This has been such an honor, such a pleasure, and honestly, my first one, so I'm very, very excited. So thank you for
Well,
having me.
now you have to do a million more.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm meant for
Yeah, maybe that's too
that.
many.